got to get uncomfortable with yourself. You can't be comfortable and get to a level that you want to go and expect to get what you want if you stay at one level. It just doesn't work like that. Most people are comfortable with themselves. They like what they are. They like who they are. You don't necessarily have to like where you are. You should love yourself, no doubt. And you should appreciate where you may be right now. But there's a certain point in time where you just got to go a little bit further. You are breathing, you are alive, and you got work to do. Now, ladies and gentlemen, you need to understand something about work. Work ain't supposed to be easy. Work is work. Life is life. How you go about doing things that's going to make you better depends on you. Now, you're sitting around waiting for someone to save you. Get over yourself. No one can save you. Save yourself from excuses. Save yourself from giving yourself less credit of your greatness. Do you realize that when you were born for greatness? And even if you have a problem, even if there's some things that are happening in your life right now, greatness belongs to you. But to be great, you got to do great things. To be great, you got to be passionate. You got to be driven. You got to be hungry. And you got to conduct your business. Ladies and gentlemen, get it done. Focus on your purpose and keep it moving.
Don't just listen. Don't just listen. Do. I'm not just talking. So you know, I'm not just talking. I'm doing. And I don't want you to just listen. Put this information to work. Make today count. Every day. Go forward. Get aggressive and attack, whether it's on the battlefield or on the beat or in the factory or on the farm or on the construction site or on the website, in the garage or in the firehouse. Don't hesitate. Step forward and get after it.
Behind every moment of adversity, every single moment of adversity in your life, two things are going to happen. There's going to be a lesson and there's going to be a blessing. You got to wait on both of them. If you let the adversity crumble you, if you focus on the adversity, you will lay there and wallow in the fact that you have failed. Because failure coming. But life is 10% what happened to you. It's 90% what you do about it. Man, so what you fail. It's not really failure though. Every time you fail, it's a valuable, taught, learned experience that makes you greater for later on.
The only way that you can fail is to give up. Edison said that he invented the light bulb, but it was a 2,000-step journey. He actually said that he tried 2,000 different things before he found the thing that worked. Wow. So many people that have been great, phenomenal successes. If you knew the number of times that they failed. Walt Disney was fired from a job because they said he had no creativity. Imagine that. What if he would have just said, okay, well, I guess what I thought was going to happen was just my imagination. They told me I have no creativity. When are you going to stop listening to what they tell you and start listening to God and what's in your own heart? People told me I couldn't do this. They said, you can't do that. You're a woman. And so when I went to God and said, I can't do that, I'm a woman, he said, I know you're a woman. You can do whatever God tells you to do. Even if you're the first person to ever do it, you can still do it. But everything is not going to go perfectly right from step one. You will have things that you step out in and try to do that won't work.
Nothing necessarily changed, but it evolves. Everything evolves. Why are you waiting to get to that level? Why are you waiting to take it to the next level? Why are you comfortable just staying where you are? Think about it for a moment. You want something out of life, but you're not willing to work for it. You want to get to a certain level in life, but you ain't willing to go get it and go out there and go do what you got to do to get to where you want to be. Ladies and gentlemen, it's not something that is going to happen overnight. You got to put your work in so you can get something out of it. And if you're not willing to get that, you're never going to get anything anyway. It doesn't necessarily have to be fitness related. It's everything that we do in life. Our goal is to go up, not down. We want to continue to excel. You don't want to get yourself in a position where you're regressing, but you want to go into a position where you're progressing. So get outside of yourself. Get uncomfortable with yourself and find out more about who you really are and what you're made of, and then you'll go to the level you need to be, and then go beyond that level. I don't believe in goals. Just like I tell people often, I don't necessarily put myself in a position where I have a specific goal. Yes, there is a target that you want to hit. But what's next? What's the next level? How far are you going to go past that? Once you've accomplished something, you don't just stay there. You get outside of that and go to the next level and then go to the next one. You keep pushing yourself until they put you in the ground. Until they put you in that ground and put those rose petals on your box, you got to keep on moving. You got to keep on moving with a purpose. So keep it moving, ladies and gentlemen. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Keep it moving, be productive, be powerful, and from the bottom of my heart, conduct your business.
There has to be a stubbornness. I'm committed to this marriage. Leaving is not an option. I'm committed to my children. No matter what they do or don't do, I'm going to be there for them. I'm committed to being my best at this job. You don't let people talk you out of it. You don't slack off because it's not fair. You're lonely. You're not making progress. You have a made-up mind. When you stay committed, God will make things happen that you couldn't make happen. Suddenly, things will turn around. Suddenly, your marriage will improve. Suddenly, your business will take off. Many of you have passed this test. You've been committed. You've been doing the right thing. Be encouraged. You are close to your double portion. You are close to a breakthrough, close to meeting the right person, close to your new level.
It's also, ladies and gentlemen, necessary that you be creative when you're working on your ideas, that you understand the importance of changing up, of readjusting your strategies. Many times we can have a great idea, but if you're not advancing it in the right way and things don't happen, you become discouraged and think the idea doesn't work. No, that's not true. It's necessary that we become creative. It's me. I've got to make it happen. It's not over until I win. The next thing that's important to know, yes, it's possible that you can choose your future and direct the course of your life as you run toward your dream. It's necessary that you have goals, that you write those goals down, that you plan, that you think constantly of how you can begin to improve what it is that you're doing. If it's your presentations, if it's your recruiting skills, whatever that is. It's also necessary that you look for ways to always find a way to pull it out when everybody else thinks that you are defeated. That you've got to take personal responsibility to know that in order to become successful, you've got to make it your personal business to do it. But the next thing, ladies and gentlemen, I want to share with you that some of you already know that it's hard. It's not easy. It's hard changing your life. It was hard when just over 3 years ago in the Penobscot building in Detroit, Michigan, where I was operating my business, and I fell on some hard times, and I was sleeping in my office. It was hard coming into the lobby, and the security said, "Excuse me, Mr. Brown, can we see you for a moment?" And I said, "Yes," and I walked up to the counter, and he gave me an envelope. And he said, would you mind reading it here? And I opened the envelope, and the envelope was from management that said, this is an office tower. It's not a hotel. Please do not sleep in your office. And I said, excuse me, sir. I said, I just work long hours in creating my business. I'm an entrepreneur. And right now, things are bad for me. But they're not going to be this way always. And I just asked for the opportunity to continue to operate like I'm doing. I'm not trying to make this my home. And it was hard coming through the lobby. And sometimes they would laugh. There's a guy talking about becoming successful. And look at him. He's bathing in the bathroom upstairs on the 21st floor. He sleeps on the floor. Him and 2 other dreamers up there. Look at him. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen, coming to speak to people. And I was facing financial difficulties in my own life. I was behind on my bills and my dreams, and I'm saying to them, you can live your dream. It was hard, ladies and gentlemen. It was very difficult to pick myself up each day believing that I could do it. There were times that I doubted myself. I said, God, why is this happening to me? I'm just trying to take care of my children and my mother. I'm not trying to steal or rob from anybody. Why did this have to happen to me? It was very hard. And here's what I want to say to you. For those of you that have experienced some hardships, don't give up on your dream. No one could have convinced me by holding on, by continuing to push forward, by continuing to run toward my dream, that one day I would have my own talk show. It's a long shot, ladies and gentlemen, from Liberty City, an abandoned building on a floor, never knowing my mother or father. It's a long shot. Being here with you today in this dome in Atlanta, it's a long shot. No college training, labeled educable, mentally retarded, but I kept running toward my dream. Don't stop. Don't stop running toward your dream.